Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the genetic jackhammer. Let's watch. It's called Mr. McMahon and it's on Netflix. So let's give it a look-see.
You know, portrayals me I'm a bad guy, but no one really knows me.
In the world of professional wrestling,
Vince McMahon. He's easy to hate.
So they just went from Rock, Hogan, Austin, Cena, the four biggest, not the four most who know about this guy, but the four biggest names in wrestling history. Is Ric Flair next?
what you expect,
I don't fight fair.
that's exactly what you're going to get.
It's not my fault that I happen to be a self-made...
Bro, The Rock did not mean to bash you when he said what you expect is exactly what you're going to get. And then they cut to all these headlines. This is the Ultimate Warrior. Wrestling boss hit in steroid distribute rap. Wrestling big grapples with sex scandal. In 1992. Rita Chatterman. Vince spinning out of control. Mushnick. Mushnick? Hey. Is that the dude, the promoter from St. Louis? Sam Mushnick?
It's not my fault that I happen to be a self-made billionaire!
He is not a self-made billionaire. That's not true at all. The work of the wrestlers, okay? Now, I don't want to not give him credit for the entertaining stuff he's provided, but I have to recognize how he put all the territories out of business. However, someone was going to put the territories out of business. Everything was going national in every field, so why not wrestling? Someone was going to do it. I don't forgive him, though. He's done a lot of terrible things, business-wise. And then, creatively, there's a lot of positive things. He's changed so many lives. It's not like if you get injured in wrestling, he's not going to pay for your surgeries either. He's not... There's some good to say about him. And it's not complicated, because overall, I'm thumbs down on this guy. But, look at me. Look at what I'm holding on my shoulder, right? I got to credit this guy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to All American Wrestling.
When I bought my dad's business, my vision was to make this mainstream.
Welcome to WrestleMania!
Vince created this huge empire.
Billion-dollar entertainment juggernaut.
He did things no one thought were possible.
Everything he did turned to gold.
There were so many scandals going on.
On trial for steroids.
90% of the wrestlers are on steroids.
Another dead wrestler.
This rocked the very foundation of the WWE. I would accept no responsibility whatsoever.
None whatsoever. They live this lifestyle.
Okay. When the hell did that happen? Was that during the Benoit? Yeah, that's about how old he was back then. He just flipped this guy's papers? He's so used to not having so many yes men around him, never being told no. And he's, oh, let me just flip your papers.
Live this lifestyle.
Breaking news, Vince McMahon is stepping aside.
The lawsuit accusing him of countless depraved and humiliating acts.
I didn't think the lawsuit could shock me, and I was floored.
When it comes to Vince, a lot of that is a character. He's going to show you what he wants you to see.
Damn, they're even using his son-in-law words against Vince McMahon. A lot of it is a character. Something you don't want to see. And then you get to go, you see the way he took advantage of Janelle Grant.
The lines of reality are very blurred in our business. The individual loses all sense of who they really are.
My name is not Vince. My name is Mr. McMahon.
I've heard him say that. That's his character. He's told me, call him Vince McMahon. Call him Mr. McMahon. I'm amped to see that on September 25. That's something that we can study. We can actually talk about. There's going to be, is it weekly or is it going to be just one day, one little documentary? That's something I want to actually get into and discuss. I feel like I've watched enough of wrestling. I've read enough about wrestling. I've participated in wrestling enough to know fake from real, when I'm being lied to, I think the way that Netflix cut this trailer up was to maximize viewership. Kind of the point of these trailers. They're advertising a train wreck. Towards the ending, I saw some images of Cody Rhodes and the other trash guy, the guy Wild Samoa's son, that piece of trash. I saw footage of them from WrestleMania 40, which is the most recent WrestleMania. So they're gonna try to make it look like it's building up to today's dates, but it's not. There's so much history to cover with this guy, and if this is a 2-hour doc, even if it's a 3-hour doc, I don't expect many of today to be part of this documentary. They were probably working on it a long time. Maybe even before things went public with he had an NDA with a woman, but he didn't pay the woman. So then she's like, all right, well, that breaches that. Now I can speak. And she's taking him to court. With that, the more I think about it, the more I look into it, if this guy's messaging you and he's saying, come over, let's do this, and you come over and you do it, that's consent, bro. It's still nasty and wrong, the things that were happening while you were there. But if he's saying, hey, that was awesome, and you're hitting him back up with smiley faces and LOL, there's just a level of like, all right, when do you say no? When do you, no matter what power dynamics and no matter what, oh, that was the boss type thing. I'm pretty sure he met her before she started working for him. Regardless, man, what all that stuff, as nasty as it is, and it gets nasty of what he was doing with said person, and John Laurinaitis was allegedly part of it too, and then he was like, I had nothing to do with it, it was all Vince, and then later on he changes his mind. Yeah, me and Vince, we're gonna work together on this. I think they have the same representation now. It's very shady, it's very wrong and ugly, but like, he asked her to do these things, and it's hard to defend her, like, gung-ho, like, oh my god, how I'm so. I'll add that you can look and see that he was sending photos that she wasn't approving, giving it to guys around the workplace. So many people had saw it. That's a problem. That's never gonna be okay. That's something that she has a legitimate gripe with. So it's not all perfect for Vincent Kennedy McMahon in that case. I don't want to perceive it that way. I was talking to Onzo about it. I was on Big Afraid Entertainment like months ago when this story was launching, and when this story was launching, and when this story kind of was she was like revealing the details, and I'm like, hold on, did she say? And then Vince McMahon was like, look, she sent me a letter, and then her representation said she was coerced to make that letter, but the letter was kind of like a love letter type thing, like, hey, I like you, and was she coerced? I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't put that past Vince McMahon either. It's believable because of the person I think he is. But when you're trying to you take somebody down, you need to have concrete evidence. Like, I'd rather let a guilty man go than put an innocent man away. And he's not innocent when it comes to revealing photos to other people. If he did that, if there's proof of that, you got him. You nailed him on that for sure. Now, supposedly doing the really, really nasty thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. That really, really nasty thing that took place. If that's what he actually did, bro, you better have a text message saying, I can't wait to participate in that action. You better have something, an email. You better have witnesses. It's going to take more than a letter to make me believe that. Either way, there's no way I'm approving of that. Like, I don't think that's just a line that you can't cross. That's nasty. You know what I'm talking about. Number 2, you know what I'm talking about. I don't get it. Then you can say, oh, look, we were consensual, and then something happened. Naming his instruments. He named him after his wrestlers. He's got one called Bobby Lashley. It's the black one that's big. Bro, some of the stuff that's out there is just, this guy is not I will never be his friend. I'll feel weird shaking his hand type. But it's allegations, even though I believe the allegations. It's allegations, but you still got to prove them. It's not blurry. It's not a gray area. Every person, including Vince McMahon, he does good things. He does bad things. You know what? I'll take the opposite side of this. Mr. Beast right now, morally, I got no problems with this guy. He does all these nice charities. He makes YouTube videos. He uses the funds from there. and then repurposes into someone else. I don't care that he's got a friend who did something bad, or he used to hire somebody, and that somebody who he used to hire couldn't take the pressure and whatnot. I'm not trying to bring Mr. Beast's status down, because what he does with his money is the best case scenario of what people who have money do. So what if he films it? Oh, so he just films it so he can get more famous and popular. All right, cool. People have new teeth now. Or when he's fixing people's eyes with the surgery, or he's building homes in all these countries. I'm not doing that. But you mean providing this guy with watch time and ad revenue will lead to more, and I'll be entertained as he's doing it? This is the perfect business model. Why are we trying to hurt his reputation? Oh, he's only doing this for the clout. So what if he is only doing this for the clout? Are thousands of human beings who are very worse off benefiting from it? All right, let it be. Or don't buy an iPhone because the way that the minerals are collected for that, or all of our technology, Tesla, Apple, every car company, the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, are having terrible conditions to obtain said minerals. They'll be sold in Rwanda, so the companies get to say, we had nothing to do with Congo. We dealt with here. These are ethical products. And then it comes into your home. Leave Mr. Beast alone. So that's one extreme of the Mr. Beast thing. And then there's the Vince McMahon thing. I'm rambling, and Chill's going to end this video. I just wanted to tack on a little bit more footage because I was talking too nicely on Vince McMahon, and I wanted to change the way I was sounding. Shout out to everybody who's innocent. Janelle Grant, I hope for peace for that woman. But at the same time, bro, if this guy forced you to do the surgery for your top, you could say no to that. That is a lot. That's a very invasive. You can say no. You can't feel like, oh, I was pressured into doing it. You benefited from it, the relationship. You're not off scot-free. But I'm sympathetic to you because you're a person. You're a human being and you deserve nice things. And I feel like what you got into, you don't deserve to have been gotten into. Salute to Vince McMahon for the successes. You know, The Rock is about to talk really nice of him. John Cena talks nice of him. I'm sure there's good stuff there. You know, he's a person. You know, he makes jokes, he laughs. People, you know, he's a guy. Hard worker, we can give him that. So salute to Vince. Salute to everybody. Netflix, this is going to be an interesting doc. Let's watch it and let's cover it here. I hope it's a series, but I think it's not a series. I think it's going to be one episode on September 25. Look out for that 20 days from now.